Hi there, I'm Brian Hebert from Leisure Travel Vans, and today we're going to be talking about the new Battleborn battery app. So in order to get fine details about the Battleborn battery system, you can see on our screen right here, we've got some stuff that it does show the battery percentage and values on the Firefly screen, but to get a little bit more detailed information about it, we can actually set up the Battleborn batteries to be talking through a Battleborn battery hub, which goes to the app and gives us more information about the batteries. So what you need to do first of all is go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and download the Battleborn battery app. Once you do have that downloaded, we can then set up a new system. So what we'll do on the top right corner, we'll click Add a System. So there you'll see it says Build a System or Scan a System. What we'll do today is we're going to do Build a System. You can use a QR code that can be found on the batteries or on the hub, but today we have the numbers for the batteries anyway, the serial numbers for the batteries and for the hub. So we're going to do Build our system or Build your system. So we'll click on that. And then we'll hit continue. Start off with, we're just going to name the system. So we'll just call this one Wonder and hit next. Once we've done that, it's going to say select your Battleborn battery hub. So these are the numbers that you'll see that you'll find in your serial number sheet. So we'll select the one that applies to this coach. So in this case, it's this one here at the bottom, and we'll connect to that one. Okay, now you can see that it's successfully connected, so we'll hit the next button. After that, we'll do the system specifications. So we'll do the system voltage. All of our coaches operate off of 12 volt system, so we'll do 12 volt. The battery model, it's the 270 amp hour, the GC3i. Number of batteries, this particular coach has only one. If you had two, you would put two batteries in at this point, but this coach only has one. External protocol, you want to make sure you press on that and that it's selected for RVC. RVC is just the communications that it uses to connect to the Firefly system as well. So we'll make sure that's on RVC. And then we'll hit the next button. And after that, hit continue. Now, once we've done that, we can now do we'll have to discover the battery. So we'll again, click on discover batteries. And once it does that, it's going to find batteries. We'll hit the next button and again, select whichever battery applies. You can see right now we're at the factory, so there's a lot of batteries available. So we'll have to scroll till we find the right one that actually has the serial number that we're looking for. In this case, it's that one right there. Once you've found it, hit the next button and again, hit next again, and we'll do update. So now that it's going to update the firmware, where it's going to be updating and connecting to both the hub and the battery itself. So it's going to be updating all that. Once it's done, firmware updated, hit the next button and complete the system setup. So here again, it's going to be connecting to both the battery and the hub, and we're just going to want to make sure that you let it finish this whole cycle. You do always want to be connected to an internet source as well. You can see that I am connected to Wi-Fi, but also even connected to a cell network would be sufficient as well. So now it's restarting the hub. And also it's important not to walk away at this point either. Don't leave the coach, just leave the phone where it is now in the coach to make sure it completes the setup so it maintains good connection to the hub and the batteries. If you do end up walking away, there's a chance that the update won't happen properly. So now you can see that it's connected. Right now it is red on the battery because it's still working on connecting to it. In just a moment now, you'll see that it will connect properly and we'll get proper readings from the battery and the hub. There we go. So now you can see it's in green and we're getting the proper readings from this battery. So this battery currently is at 99%, voltage 13.4, power is 95 watts charging, and remaining is 267 amp hours on this one. At this point, you can go back to things like power system here. It gives you an idea of the power system that you have. Some of these other things, they're not connected, so they don't really apply to this system. But the battery bank, you can click on that and you can see what's going on there. You can also do it as a list view. You can have a drop down menu there for the battery to see what's going on with that. And also when you're back in this screen, you can press on each battery just to see what each battery is doing as well, and the detailed information on each one of those. You can also scroll back to systems. This would be the main system here, and just in case if you would happen to have another system, typically you only have one. In this case, this is one system, and this would include both batteries. There's also the account button. You may need to set up an account. Here's where you can see how you can set some of the settings for the system. You can turn to a light or dark setting, themes, the Celsius or Fahrenheit, and watts, amps, and so on. So you can select a few things in there as well. But again, this is your battery system. So you can just leave it on systems and you can see exactly what you're doing for state of charge and also remaining runtime, the input and output that's happening on the batteries, and the general voltage as well. If you do need to delete a system, if you're getting a new coach or different batteries installed and you want to reset the whole thing, you can also just press those three dots right there, and that's where you can edit the name, view systems notifications, or delete the system. So at this point, if I need to delete this system, I'll just press on that and it says delete system. Yes, I want to delete it, and it's cleared and it's ready for another system to be set up.